Yeah, yeah. God does not want you to love the world. He does not want you to conform to the world. We shouldn't live for material items. We shouldn't live for video games, for human relationships. We shouldn't live for our wife, for our husband, for our kids, for our family, for our friends. We shouldn't live for our pets, for our car, for our jobs. We shouldn't live for worldly things. We should live for Jesus Christ, not our worldly desires. The world hated Jesus, so you know it's going to hate you if you're seeking him in all that you do. Jesus even tells us this in John 15, verses 18 and 19. Jesus says, "If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. You were of the world. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet, because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." Some 2,000 years ago, Jesus is telling us this, and it's still true to this day. If you're seeking Jesus, the world's going to hate you. It's not going to love you because you're living completely opposite than the world wants you to. So the world's going to hate you. People that live for the world are going to hate you. They're going to rebuke you. They're going to persecute you. That's just how Jesus is telling us this. And it's still true to this day. The world hated Jesus, so it's going to hate you. But we oftentimes want the world to love us. Sometimes now as adults, but especially when we were kids, going up through middle school and high school, going up through school systems, we wanted to fit in. We wanted to be a part of this friend group, a part of that friend group. We wanted to fit in. We didn't want to be alone at the lunch table. We wanted to do whatever it took to fit in with certain people. So today, I want to humbly and prayerfully rebuke you. Why are you living for the world? Why are you cussing? Why are you hanging out with the wrong crowd? Why do you have a potty mouth? Why do you do what the world does? Drinking, drugs, sex, killing, stealing, destroying. Romans 12, 1 through 2 tells us, "I beseech ye, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." We need to be transformed away from this world and towards Jesus. The world's going to hate us, but the world's got nothing to offer. So I'm going to leave you with this question today. If you take nothing else away from this video, take this question and ask yourself this question often, as I do. How are you any different than the world? How are you any different than the world is? I ask myself that question, and I try and go throughout my day thinking about that. I want to go to the gym. I want to go to the grocery store. I want to go everywhere and interact with anybody. And I want people to think that Levi's different. Levi's nice. Levi wants to pray for me. He prays with me. He has godly conversations with me. He's completely different. He's nice. He doesn't cuss. He's living for Jesus. I want people to think that Levi is a disciple of Jesus Christ. I do not want to live for this world. I want nothing this world has to offer because I've went down that road and it has nothing. The world's got nothing for you. The devil knows that hell is so horrible and is not a pretty picture, but he makes every road leading to hell look as gorgeous as possible. This world has nothing to offer, and it wants you to go to hell. The world leaves a hole in your heart. I'm telling you that from personal experience. Seeking my joy and happiness from a woman. Living for a human relationship. My personality, my day-to-day revolving around somebody else. That leaves a hole in your heart. Living for money. Living for football. Living for video games. I mean, this world has nothing to offer you, and it's going to leave a hole in your heart, in your soul. And the only way to live a fulfilled life is by Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the only man that can fill that hole in your heart. So please turn your life over to him. Live for Jesus. Steer away from this world. Do not live for this world, and live for Jesus Christ. God bless.